has had to deal with this woman being off and on and off and on, and Jordan's not going to tell somebody no.
Yeah. Even when I was like, do you want to take a picture? She's like, I look gross. And I was like, can you take a picture with me? Like, what is the deal?
Who said that?
Jordan. When I went to take a picture, I was like, do you want to take a picture? And she's like, I look gross. And I was like, can you please take a picture with me? Like, I still don't, you know, I don't know.
You'll be so glad to be done with it.
Yeah. I can't wait to know what's happening on Thursday, like what it means, what it all means, who's leaving, who's going, who's staying, who's what.
I know it's complicated, but don't let it get the best of you. You're doing good.
You know, I don't know what he's on. Like, I don't know what.
You don't know what?
What Juan is on. I don't know what.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what.
That right there is the weirdest thing.
I'm like, if I hear one more thing, I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
That dude has definitely changed this week with his reactions.
But remember the last week of Golden Keys, when Rachel and Brendan were HOH, I remember thinking that we might go up because we were the only people that hadn't gone up, and
sure,
there was also like a plan to, like, as far as Golden Keys, like it was just, everyone kept saying it was easy just to get him out, to make it an easy week kind of thing. And so I remember he told somebody, I can't remember who, maybe, I don't remember who it was, but whoever it was, maybe Dominic, I don't know, but before the nominations happened, he was like, if I go up, you know, it's going to be a crazy week. I'm going to be crazy. And I was just like, I remember thinking to myself, like, I wouldn't expect anything different, but I also was like, I'm just going to, like, lay low, because he'll probably think his own shit. This is way back when, you know, things were obviously very different. But then, like, once this week came, and he is a replacement, and he's, like, bugging, I was like, I remembered that, and I was like, oh, I wonder if this has just always been his way of, I don't know, maybe this is how he always planned to react to.
I can't, that right there is the biggest puzzle to me.
It's weird. It's really
weird. The rest
weird.
of it I'm not worried about, but he is a puzzle to me.
Yeah.
And then today he said, I want to talk to you today at some point. I said, okay. He tries to start backpedaling on the nominations that he's told everybody and stuff. I'm going to grill him.
Has he said it again since that one day?
Yeah. And not only to me. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? Because I thought he was in on all the other stuff, so I was really confused.
I don't know, it kind of feels like it's making me look bad. It's making me look like I, like, did something.
Yeah, he's not under control. Yeah, I mean, you're right on that, because I was like, what is she not telling me? I mean, that's what you think.
That's why I was like, there's nothing. That's why even when you came up yesterday, I know you were joking, but you were halfway serious, and I was like, there's nothing you don't know. I was
halfway serious, but I was, yeah.
But I was like, there's literally nothing you don't know for me.
No, and I believe that. And I talked to Danielle this morning, and she said he's acting wacky too. I mean, she was like, what is his problem?
We keep saying we're like, he's really getting on our nerves because he's just acting so weird and being so odd and saying odd things and doing, you're like, what are you doing?
He doesn't say anything. He just sits there and looks at you.
And then comes to life at night and decides that he's going to be a part of the, I'm like, I don't know. I really don't. I'm really, really, really getting close to, like, my limit with everything. Like, really close to it.
I think everybody's getting to that point, to be honest with you. I think everybody's a little bored. You know, everybody's a little bit caged in, a little bit tense.
On edge, yeah.
And, you know, one little thing and people get set off or confused.
That's why I'm like, everyone's like, you know, you came out of your cave. I'm like, up there is the quietest and safest place to be at the moment. And I don't have to worry about anybody or seeing people talking in rooms. And
because it's really easy when people are talking to assume it's about you. I mean, everybody does it. I do it, you do it, everybody thinks that.
Exactly. You know, just to get away from the paranoia for like 5 seconds.
We've told Rachel, just shut up. Just stop talking. You're making everybody tense. And
she'll never, I think that's the one thing about her.
She's very difficult to rein in
with her
mouth. She doesn't have a lot of self-control.
That's the one thing that, like, I mean, I know you keep saying I would be in debt to her, or she would be indebted to me, but I'm very fearful of even remotely like calling in that debt in any way, just because I don't know, her mouth gets her in trouble.
In a way, she's really easy to control game-wise, but not her mouth.
That's the thing.
But nothing is sacred to her.
That's the big deal. And that's why I'm like, anything you say to her, I don't even when we were talking upstairs, I just kept keeping my mouth shut because I'm worried that anything I do say she'll go run back and tell everybody that I said this. It'll be twisted. It'll probably
she didn't say a word last night. She just said she was really scared. But she thought she was going home and that she was, she dealt with it. She packed today and said, I'm going home. I know I'm going home. I've dealt with it. And she was being pretty calm.
I don't even know if I don't know. And of course, I can see how Danielle felt last week when, she felt good about people voting the way she needed them to vote.
Right.
But there's still that fear that people won't. And that, I won't lie, that's a huge thing, is that one of two things. One, people won't vote how I want them to vote.
Right.
Or two, they won't vote how I want, and it'll come to a split or something. And once again, I have to be the bad guy, and it'll just be like digging my own grave for a week that doesn't even matter because whoever leaves is probably coming back at some point.
No, it's tough.
And I can't protect myself on Thursday, as far as
the bottom
playing
line
in
is they're all individuals and they can change their mind.
That I know. That I totally know. I think
there are a lot of people that are confused because of the way he's acted. I think it's thrown a big fat wrench in the thing.
I know. I mean, I'm definitely
He may see himself in a position he didn't want to be in.
I know. I definitely still see myself, I definitely still see her leaving. And then I still also see the votes going the other way and her staying. And not necessarily having anything in stone with her, but just having her say, the same way she came up when I nominated him and was like, thanks. You know what I mean? I'm thinking that just by not putting up Adam or Jordan, that's enough, that maybe if she were to win HOH next week, she wouldn't put me up. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
At the very least.
Yeah, I don't hear her talking about your name or nothing. I mean, she doesn't say much about you.
I'm kind of in a, let's just see where the cards fall kind of thing.
That's really where it is. And I think, like I told her, I'm done, baby. I think, he's backed himself in a corner a little bit with me with where he says he's going to vote, so.
I know. Totally know.
But as I told you guys, I'll always be completely honest with that. I'm not going to bullshit you or say, but I don't trust him.
Right.
He's a fun-loving, nice, but I do not trust what he's doing. I don't understand it.
That is I sometimes really genuinely think that he doesn't have a clue about this game.
He might not. And really with them, I think it's who's less crazy.
Really? Wow.
And maybe truly he feels like any amount of money he can get is what he wants. And if he can get money and go home and get his stipend and money, he's happy.
Yeah.
And I could be overthinking the other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Rachel. He's funny.
Hi.
It's so nice out.
It's so breezy and nice.
I know.
Today. I'll get that, babe. I'll get that.
I just made catfish and slop with salsa, and then I put honey mustard on it, and then I put this balsamic honey on it. And let me just tell you, to put that many combinations just makes you sick.
Ugh.
My stomach hurts.
Oh, it makes you sick. I thought you were about to say it was amazing.
No, it was gross.